going up in there, and it's going to jump up into the word for me. All of this, I can now move with 2 fingers. And to delete an object, we just swipe down. Now I can replicate what we're doing on the screen. It looks like a flat hamburger, and I can input the meeting for me. So if I just quickly input test, this will join this board into an active hangout. So anyone else in the session with me can see what we're doing on the board. Once that connects, that should go over to the side, giving me more space that I can work on my content. Now, if you don't want to have the board in a meeting room and you want it in more of an open space, it does have a built-in camera, so you can use effective collaboration on the board. So you don't have to be in a meeting room or a lockdown space, because a lot of collaboration does happen when we're just maybe in an open space. So that's the reason why we have it on wheels also, so we can move it to these more open spaces. Showing the handwriting recognition, the next option that we have is shape recognition. So if we need to do a quick flow diagram or a flow chart, if I could just about draw a circle, I can convert it and try and draw a square. Excellent. A new feature has been released where I can now join these options together. So now that they'll link, I can have them moved across for an active flow chart. Excellent. So I can move this up here, move that. If I wanted to delete an option, it will delete the connecting lines, and then I can just delete these 2 as I like. I won't explain the eraser because it's just that, it's an eraser. But we do have 5 different colours on the board as well. I'm going to just go through here. Now, if I have a combination of handwritten content and machine objects, of course, there's a difference to how my finger will interact with them. If I want to be able to move everything without getting rid of the hand content, I can select the 4th option here, which is the lasso tool. If I select this, I can select everything that I'd like and move it as if it were one solid object while it's been selected by the lasso tool. Once that goes, the handwritten content will then be erasable and the objects will then be movable once again. But one feature that I will show, it's called Auto Draw. It's the latest feature on the board and a lot of people really enjoy it, because who's quite a good artist in the room? 1, 2. Well, for everyone else who's not a good artist, like myself, this will be able to find out what I'm trying to draw. So if I'm trying to work out a new car design, of course that's not a great car, but it knows that I'm trying to draw one, so I can switch it. If I want to put a bit more detail, or if I just want to have maybe a truck instead, I'll select the truck. Now I can move this as an object. If I try and draw a lion, now that's supposed to be a lion. Like I said, I'm not an artist, but depending on how bad the drawing is, it will take a bit of time to find out what I'm trying to draw. Always a good one, if you can, try and draw a dragon. It knows that. There we go. Excellent. So I'm trying to draw a lion. Now I realise that you won't always be drawing lions and trucks in your day-to-day work. So if we were trying to draw maybe a building, skyscraper, yeah, let's go for this. Excellent. We can draw people. I can draw sort of trees for visual effect. Well, that's not a bad tree. It's okay on the complicated things. There we go. Perfect. So we can have an idea this way. Now, if I've run out of space on the space that I'm working on, I can take a finger and swipe across to have a new workspace. Now, I can have up to 20 active workspaces with 50 active collaborators. Now, if I want to work on this, I can just swipe up to duplicate it. So I'm going to have my own copy of what's going on, so I don't disturb my colleagues. So I can make my own changes. Now, first of all, I'm going to get rid of the PDF, and I'm going to change the background to something a bit different. I'm going to change it to this background, so I can try and draw or sketch out an idea. So if we had the building here, so let's say building, let's say it's going to be 20 stories high, and it's going to have windows all across. I should not have been an architect. Now, if I wanted to bring in some reference guides, I can then go back to the PDF that my colleague was using. I can drag this up to the frame that I'm using it on, and now I can go into it. So this was the initial design concept for our building. Very initial design concept for the building. Now, once I've brought in this content from my drive, which I can easily do from the mobile application, because I do have the option to access Drive on the board itself, but it doesn't let me access anything. There is a reason. We have not just been cruel. Who out of all of you has signed out of a whiteboard before? That was a genuine question. I did say sign out of a whiteboard. As I suspected, no one. So, because we've not actually signed into this whiteboard, we've assigned our email address as the owner of the session, there's no way for the board to know that it's actually me making these changes. Someone else could know my email address and then put it in. So that's why it's not letting me access my drive. It's asking me to download the application from a trusted device, be it a phone or a tablet, because I actually do sign into that device. I sign in with my password, it makes a secure connection to my account so I can bring in my content. I need to work on the website, so I'm just going to search for architecture. I can bring in or make the web view up to half the size of the page. I'm going to read that later. Let's have like an architecture website. There we go. So say we work for this company here. I'm going to crop the website that I'd like, enter it into my session, and let's search for some building designs. So skyscraper buildings. Now if I don't want to physically have to type, I can use swipe type because it makes it a lot quicker. It does take a little bit of practice though, I will admit. So let's see, okay, we've got these options here as well. Now the pictures that we use and the images that we use in our image search, they are 4K and they are copyright free. So we don't have to worry about someone being mad by, say, oh, you've taken my content. They're all copyright free, so you don't have to worry. And because it's a 4K display, we want the content being shown to look nice. So once that re-renders, that'll pop up and we'll be able to see that in its 4K. Now, I'm going to quickly go to a new frame, drag this option up here, and let's work on what the new website is going to look like. Now let's bring in a template for a computer, make this a little bit bigger, or it won't let me make it bigger, amazing. So let's try this again. There we go. So if we've got our website, I'm going to say this is a black website, and let's go. Okay, so we're going to have the new design picture here. It's going to say this is our testimonial, this would be our company logo. And this would be our news. Excellent. Now if I wanted to assign something, so do you have the application downloaded on your mobile phone? So I'm going to need you to input some design or some comments, please. So, yeah. So in your sticky note, can you change maybe what colour we should have this top section here?
Let me open.
Not a problem. So once he's downloading the application or opening the application and jumping into the session, we should see Javier has joined at the top, if this has worked. Now, depending on which frame that you're in as well, every person in the frame along with you, so this is the laptop here, which I have, it'll have an icon for or have the avatar for whoever's in the session with you. So I can see that I, being the board, it's going to be over there, or the final board as well over there. This is most likely going to be my tablet.